Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenya. Today we've got a lot of serious cleaning to do, as well as our downstairs bathroom DIY, either upgrade or refresh, whatever you want to call it, but it will look completely different, feel, I want to say welcoming. I just know that I love the way it turned out, especially without spending a bunch of money on it. Anyway, I got this really messy house, mostly the kitchen area and the dining area, that I need to clean really well today, starting with unloading the dishwasher and finishing with mopping the floors. I'd like to declutter all this kitchen clutter that collects on the countertops with a blink of an eye, just have my house nice and clean and go to sleep with a feeling of accomplishment tonight. And so I'd like to start with a couple of things in the bathroom. I want to clean it first and then bring a couple of shelves in here, one of which will be DIY. I'd like to bring a little bit of greenery just to make it feel nice and cozy, as well as a little rug on the floor that I got from the dollar store for $5. And for those who may be new to this channel, I am Jenya once again. I came to America a long time ago, then I met my husband about 4 years ago and we got married and we had 2 kids. My daughter Anya is 3 years old, my son Maxim is 1. We also have a cat and her name is Katya. On this channel you'll find plenty of cleaning, organizing and decluttering motivation. I like to do everything on the budget if I can, so you may see a little home improvement DIY here and there, as I like saving money whenever possible. We just moved to this new house a couple of months ago. We're planning to have this as our forever home. We love it here so much, especially with all the nature and the garden that the house came with. Anyway, on this channel you'll see plenty of real-life mess and real-life cleaning as I try and do my best to keep this house pleasant. And although all this cleaning, laundry and cooking is considered to be chores, me personally, I love being a stay-at-home mom and I am very proud of what I do. Although it is not as easy as I thought it would be before I became a stay-at-home mom. But there is still a lot of people who do not consider it a job or work even, and I think it's actually multiple jobs combined into one. I have done quite a few jobs in my life. Waitressing jobs, office jobs, 2 jobs simultaneously. So I'd like to say that I'm speaking from experience when I say that all that everyday stuff that every mother does is work. And stay-at-home moms also deserve breaks every once in a while, just like all the other people do. Even though sometimes it's interpreted as moms taking a break from their kids, you can be sure that they do not love their kids any less. They just need a breath of fresh air. If you happen to be a mom and you just need that little push or a boost of confidence, I hope this will help. If you happen to be feeling alone in doing what you do, I assure you there are people all over the globe right at the second doing the exact same thing that you are doing. Parenting, cleaning, being exhausted from parenting and cleaning. And that is okay, because if you actually look at it at a larger scale, there is a huge job that's being completed by you. Bringing up the next generation, maintaining the household is no joke, one or the other or both together simultaneously. People hire people to do that stuff. So a lot of times not everything is gonna get done, but I think that we should all give ourselves some grace, have a couple of things accomplished in our household and have a good day. I am pretty much new to power tools, drill and all this stuff. My husband lets me practice every once in a while, lets me complete a little job here and there. So hanging these little shells in our bathroom is the first time for me, especially using those type of nails. Not sure what the name is, but you'll see what I mean. Also, of course, to hang those shelves, I was supposed to use a level rather than asking my 3-year-old daughter if she thinks that it's straight enough, but I was just hoping for the best. When my husband got home, he did not ask me if I used a level or not, and so I thought that means I did okay. But I'm just trying to tell you that this is not an example of how to do things properly, especially if it's your first time. By the way, we brought these shelves from our old house. They were given to us by a friend a long time ago and I love them. Now we're gonna make another shelf for my actual stuff like brushes and everything. I got 3 picture frames from the dollar store. I measured, cut, and put dollar store liner inside those frames. And then I'm gonna wanna staple those 3 frames together to make a base for my shelf. And then I'm gonna screw some non-see-through containers on that base. I don't like open shelves in the bathroom that much. There is nothing I really want to display. There is nothing really I am proud of. There's a few things I'd rather hide than display, so I couldn't really find exactly what I wanted for a decent price, so I decided to just go ahead and make one. And I'm recreating what I've seen in another YouTube video, and I can't even remember exactly which video it was. I just remember the general idea. I'm just gonna press on those sheets with a couple of cans until they dry, and then I glued the frames together, and I don't know where the footage went. I was pretty angry at myself. That never happened to me before, and so I'm gonna take you straight to me drilling those containers onto the base. Those galvanized containers came from the dollar store, of course. This green branch came from Walmart. Once again, this base is held up together by me stapling it in the back and then gluing if there are any openings left. And then if you could see a little bit of glue here and there, I just painted black over it. Now that it's ready, I'm gonna hang it in the bathroom. Again, I just eyeballed where the center is in my bathroom and screwed it on. Now I'm just gonna vacuum off all that dust that came from me hanging all of the shelves. We're not quite done with the bathroom yet. I'm gonna show you a quick after, but then the final afters are to come after we lay down that little rug. So this is how the bathroom is looking so far, but we are moving on to the kitchen. We need to clean that space up, mop the floors, including the little bathroom that we just came from. But I desperately need to start cleaning up this little disaster in the kitchen and all the areas around it. This black bin is for toys that end up downstairs that kids play with throughout the day, and then I end up taking it upstairs eventually into their playroom. The blue bin is with towels and little rags that need to be washed just in the kitchen. I haven't come up with the proper place to put that basket in yet. Again, it's not for displaying. I've been looking for a while now for a proper way to maintain your kitchen rags, and I'm out of luck to find any good information. I have my little system that I'm pretty satisfied with, but I would like to know what is the proper way to maintain your dirty kitchen rags. I'm not going to wash them every day. That's just a waste of a lot of things in my opinion. So I just hand rinse them, dry them, collect them in my laundry room, and then wash them together once I have a batch. It would definitely be appreciated if you share your system down below in the comment section, especially if you happen to be a professional cleaner or an organizing expert. I feel like all the arts and crafts my daughter ever does are done here in the kitchen. Basically, everything always happens at the kitchen table. Arts and crafts, games, drawings, puzzles. And so I feel like my daughter, as she's growing up, she's becoming more artsy. And so I bought her a very affordable organizer from Walmart for just arts and crafts for her. And now I'm thinking, where should I place it? Although they have a whole playroom just for themselves, I feel like it's more for just playing. So somewhere in the kitchen or in the room next to it would make more sense for me in my mind. But I wonder what the rest of you guys do or did with your kids. Obviously, it depends on the type of house you have and the age of your kids, but where would you or did you or do you place your kids' craft station? Now first I rubbed those stickers with some glue gun, and then I'm gonna finish them off with a scraper. My daughter now knows that stickers normally go just on paper and not on the glass, but she gets them confused with these reusable ones which can be easily used for the glass. But it's okay, we've been working on it, and as much as I've been trying to buy the reusable stickers only, those regular hard to get off stickers somehow make their way into the house anyway. But that is just a part of childhood and having kids. I made this glass cleaner with about equal parts of water and rubbing alcohol, and then I added about a third of that of white vinegar, but I really don't measure it to a T, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. I started using those little spray bottles to make my homemade cleaners because I never really finished the big ones and they take more space, so I end up just throwing them away after a little bit. But if there is a favorite DIY cleaner that I make all the time, obviously I would make it in a bigger bottle because that makes more sense.
Said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by the night? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing for someone out there to hold. All those little...
There is nothing wrong with this little floor mat. It came from the other owners and I've been meaning to replace it just because I wanted to start fresh. And so I got a new little rug from the dollar store from the $5 section. I was surprised at what a good quality it was, and I'll bring it in a little bit later in this video. And right now I'm just gonna clean up everything in the kitchen. So as I go, I'm just gonna clear all the clutter off the surfaces, wipe everything, the countertops, some appliances. We're gonna sweep and mop the floors, and then when the dishwasher is done with the cycle, we're gonna unload it and then load it back up and wash the sink. We're also gonna clean up the shoe area and just clean in general. I'm just showing you how dirty the floors are. I can't wait to get to them. Mopping the kitchen floors is, I gotta say, one of my favorite satisfying things to do. They get really dirty in no time, but then it also takes very little time to actually mop them and you can instantly see the results. I filmed this video, I want to say, a couple of weeks ago. These were the last days of warm weather here in the state of Georgia, and it felt like it turned into fall literally in a matter of a day. You go out one day and all of a sudden your driveway is covered with yellow leaves. Fall is my favorite time of the year, no doubt, and I'm not just trying to say that because it's fall now. It really is my favorite time at this part of the country. I would say I love winter, but we don't really get any winter here in Georgia. There's a couple of snowflakes every year and that's about it. So fall is definitely the most beautiful season down here in the south, and then during the winter I normally start missing the north states of America, such as New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. I've lived in New Jersey for quite a few years and I definitely do enjoy that colder climate.
All those little moments, the bus you didn't catch me looking over my shoulder, just at the right time. Those little moments, all led me to you, only got you about. All those little moments. All those little moments. You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of.
If you see that clear bin on the left on the counter, that is my homeless bin. It contains all the items that I have not made a home for yet. Therefore, I find it helpful to have them all in one place until I make a home for them. Do you guys have a lot of miscellaneous bins in your house? As I am trying to organize this new house of ours, I am determined to make containers as homes for grouped items and then label those containers. I've been watching the Minimal Mom channel a lot. Now I've been trying to really create a couple of more designated bins for stuff in the house to keep me more organized, and I feel like a miscellaneous bin is something that a lot of us kind of have in our homes, but it's not really recommended to have by the experts. I personally would love to keep taking things back to their places immediately after I'm done using them, but that is just not how life is, in my opinion. A lot of distractions happen throughout the day, and I found that a couple of miscellaneous containers in the house have been a help to me, although they are not recommended mostly by the experts. So how about you? Do you have a couple of those miscellaneous bowls and bins in your house that you try to go through every once in a while?
Not like you. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy.
I'm just spraying all-purpose method cleaner on the floors and then washing them off with some water and a tiny bit of vinegar in that water. So I just moved the shoe rack from that wall where you see the pink and green container right now. We're gonna keep the shoe rack in the garage. I'm just gonna leave those 2 containers, one per kid with their favorite pair of shoes, and the rest of the shoes are going to be all in the garage. And instead, I'm going to place that little farmhouse ladder that I made here on this wall. I think it will look a little bit better.
Throw me out and walk away and don't look back. Down by the deepest steps of the lake, I lay alone in the darkest place. In my sorrow, dream of the sun. I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one.
That was the bathroom with the new shelves that we needed to mop the floors in so that I can put the new rug from the dollar store from the $5 section. I still need to get little rug pads for those little rugs, but for right now I'm just going to use this carpet tape to keep them in place. This carpet tape does not leave any marks on the floor, so when you're done with it, it just comes off the floor really easily without leaving any residue. It's not like having a sticker on the floor, for example.
I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one. Oh, I just wanna be the shiny one.
Another reason for having everything in a container is just that you can't put more than the container can fit. Of course, you can put a bigger container or another container, but the room that those containers are in is also a sort of a container that can fit only so much stuff. You can try and expand as much as you want until you realize that your house is also a sort of container and you cannot keep more stuff than that house can fit. It would also be nice to consider leaving some space empty in that house for just living comfortably. So I like that container theory. The containers and labels are not just for prettiness. Labels help you be organized. The chances are you're not going to put your kitchen towels into a bin labeled toys, and containers set that limit as to how many toys you can put into that bin. Now I just wanted to show you the before and the after of this bathroom. I feel like we just did a couple of things in here, but it really changed the look of this bathroom drastically. So here's the before. And now the after.
All by myself, you pulled away, you couldn't say what we were struggling with. It's one of us, it's obvious, but who's to really blame? There's an aching in my heart.
Now that we're done with the bathroom, the kitchen is not complete yet. We need to unload that dishwasher, then load it back up with all the dirty dishes that have been waiting in the sink. Then you will see that I will need to give that sink a little bath because that white sink gets dirty pretty fast and it's very visible. Anyway, then we're gonna see if there's anything left and do those final touches.
I still wish the best for you. You're not the only one to love. There's plenty more under the sun. You'll find the one you need. Reach your total fantasy. You go out and get him, and I will find a better you. Ooh, a better you. Ooh. And so it seems I never dreamed that I would figure out that there are things that kinda bring you to a screeching stop. There's no way to save your heart, you just gotta play your part, and it will turn out all right. With all these things I'm going through, I still wish the best for you. You're not the only one to love. There's plenty more under the sun. You'll find the one you need. Reach your total fantasy. You go out and get him, and I will find a better you. So in time, I will stress I'm going through. I still wish the best for you. You're not the only one to love. There's plenty more under the sun. You'll find the one you need. Reach your total fantasy. You go out and get him, and I will find a better you. Ooh, a better you. A better you. Ooh, a better you. I will find a better you.
But baby, it's so damn dramatic. Sometimes I don't know where to go. Oh, he's my sunshine and my headache, but I keep coming back for more. So scary to admit that I'm falling for you while looking in your eyes. And there is nothing that I wouldn't do. I keep trying to break through, 'cause he got me so high. Just watching him, time flies. Make love to him daytime. I can't get enough. Yeah, he got me so high.
My new favorite cleaner, Mrs. Meyer's a baking soda cream cleaner. Can't decide which one is my favorite, the pink stuff or this one. And then of course they go together with the Scrub Daddy or Scrub Mommy. I'm using the hotter part, which is the Scrub Daddy, and this sink just gets so dark in no time. So this cream cleaner really does a good job on this sink. So I'm just gonna put away all the clean dishes that are now dry, and we're now getting close to being done in the kitchen. We did so much today, and I thank you for keeping me company. If you have anything you would like to say to me directly, you can come and visit me on my Instagram, which is @FromJenya_with_love, or you can always leave a comment under this video in the comment section. Let me know if you have any opinions, thoughts, maybe suggestions, or maybe any answers to the questions that I asked throughout the video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.